guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Priscilla, nice to meet you. For those of you who already seen any of my videos, welcome back, thank you for coming back. Just want to say that for today's video I just want to put it out there what my New Year's resolutions and goals are. It's just a way of me trying to stick to it and holding myself accountable for them. Hopefully you find it interesting somehow and you follow me along the journey this year. So guys, before we go any further, I just want you to take a moment, and if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button just on this left corner over here, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. Make sure to comment below with all your New Year's resolutions so we can keep the conversation going and I can get to know you a bit better as well. Let's just jump right into the video, shall we? So I'm running out of the light pretty quickly, so I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet and direct to the point. I feel like for this year I really want this year to be all about gratitude and chasing my dreams. I know this sounds so cliche, but I feel like this past year, 2017, just passed so quickly. I felt like I really didn't have the opportunity, or I didn't really sit down to create goals for myself, and I feel like I need to do that this year in order to make the most out of it, or else I just keep repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again without growing and learning anything from it. So I just feel like I really had to sit down and think about what I want for this new year, and I feel like I need to focus on myself and what I want for my life to be like. But also I feel like it's very important to reflect about what you are grateful for in life. I feel like sometimes we tend to just expect people to just do whatever you want them to do, and sometimes you really need to take the time to really be grateful for everyone that has ever helped you in any way, and just recognize that, and yeah, just be grateful for everything that you have, that so many other people might not have the same things as you, although you kind of take them for granted, if that makes sense. I feel like this year it's all about me chasing my dreams and about being grateful for everyone that I have in my life, or everyone that I ever had in my life, and all the opportunities that were ever given to me. Quoting Lavender, that's kind of my theme for this year, if that makes sense. Apart from that, I have like some more specific goals that I really want to set and that I will probably going to revisit throughout the year, and I will probably update them a little bit. So that's the theme. Let's go to our goal setting. So goal number one is definitely self-improvement, and for me that means several things. I feel like we need to always keep pushing ourselves in order to grow, and I feel like I have several areas of my life where I need to do that. One of them, as cliche as it sounds, is like definitely health. For those of you who know me a bit more personally, I turned vegan. I want to say in 2010, I'm not completely sure about this date, but I think it was 2010, and I've been vegan for periods of time, and I kind of slacked back to vegetarian and vegan again and vegetarian again and vegan again. I want to definitely focus as much as possible to follow a vegan diet, and hopefully with time really transition for a vegan lifestyle. So as far as clothes go, beauty products, everything that being vegan means, really. I really want to set that goal for myself. I really want to go for oil-based and plant-based food as much as possible. So yeah, that's like one of my main goals for this year. Health-wise, I also want to go to the gym more frequently. I have like these periods where I go to the gym more frequently, and then I just completely slack off. I don't exercise that much anymore. So I really want to try to be as consistent as possible. I was thinking about setting myself like a 4, 5, probably more realistically 4 times a week going to the gym, plus something that I started doing last year around April, that has been cycling to work. So I want to really do that as much as possible, cycling to work, and not only when I go to work, but also when me and my boyfriend are like around town. We really like to like cycle on our bikes. So yeah, I just want to make that part of my routine as much as possible. First, because it's extremely healthy for you. It's good to make sure your body is moving, and it's going to save some money as well. I mean, living in London can be quite expensive. So exercise wise, yeah, definitely gym 4 times, ideally 5 times a week, and cycling as much as possible. In the health department, I also wanted to implement some new habits. I used to be really into juicing and implementing some superfoods in my diet and being really consistent with that and very disciplined. And I really want to go back to that place because I felt like in that time of my life I was really balanced. I'm really looking forward to that. For example, I want to make sure I'm drinking my hot water with lemon every morning. I want to make sure that I'm putting some flax seeds in my smoothie every morning. I want to make a smoothie every morning instead of eating oats. Not that it's like bad eating oats, but I really feel like I tend to have more energy and feel more alive and more awake when I tend to eat more fruit and veggies instead of porridge or cereal or anything like that. So I really want to make the habit out of that, and just to try to make my meals more salad and veggie based instead of carb based. When I mean carb, I mean like rice or pasta or, you know, like those type of like more starchy foods. Doesn't mean that I can have them, but try to make it a less amount of it and not something that I do in every meal. One of my goals for this year is go back into my ideal weight and really try to get healthy and fit again. So it's not like I'm overweight or anything like that, but I'm not in the best shape of my life. If you are not really making the effort to look your best, what does that really say about you? I've always been a perfectionist, and I really always want to be the best version of myself, and that's one of the things that I really want to accomplish this year. Another thing that I also want is to do some skill development, because I really want to take photography and video editing a bit more seriously. I feel like if I could take some classes, even if online classes, that would be something that I would really enjoy doing. And I think that would definitely make it easier and quicker for me to edit the videos, because it's not like I don't know how to edit. I kind of do, but I feel like if I had a more professional and technical background, that would be much quicker for me, and that would also help me keep a more consistent posting schedule. It takes me so long every time that I want to film, and especially the editing part, it can take like, I don't know, up to 10 hours to do like a kind of simple edit, and because I work a full-time job, it's really difficult to balance everything that I need to do. So I feel like if I had the time and the money, I really want to make sure I invest into some skill development within those areas. I've always been a creative person, so I feel like this year I want to go back to my roots and take the time to go back into creating. Creating can mean several different things. Like for me, it can be filming, it can be writing, it can be taking photographs. That's something that I always really like to do. It can mean styling, it can mean designing clothes, because that's like my background. I really want to go back into doing that again. Also, something that I also want to do is really looking after myself, my skin, my nails, to make sure they are healthy, I'm glowing, and I'm not looking exhausted. Try to use less products and less heat on my hair. For example, I would like to have a more natural approach to beauty, and it's easier for me to do that if I feel I look great and I feel my skin is looking healthy and my hair is looking healthy. If I feel that way, I feel like I don't really have to put a lot of makeup on or do things with my hair with like straight iron and all of that. So I really want to look after my beauty regime and make sure I'm not damaging the body that I'm in, if that makes sense. Another goal for the year is definitely money management. This is like quite a new topic for me, because I left my parents' house only when I came to London, so that means that was like my first time living on my own. So I feel like I'm still figuring out how to manage my own money and how to make sure I have enough money to pay for everything that I need to pay for, and still have some leftover money to do other things like traveling, going back home to see my family. So that's something that I really need to improve this year. Another goal for 2018 is definitely my time management. There's still a lot of progress that I need to do in that area, and I definitely want to avoid being late. I feel like I'm always late for everything. I always feel like that things take less time than what I actually think they do. I definitely need some like a reality check on that. Something else that's like a difficult situation for me at the moment, I need a change job-wise. I've been working as a sales assistant, so like in retail, for more than a year and a half now, I believe. I feel like there's been no progress so far. The opportunities to really progress are not many. There's going to be some openings like for management, supervising positions. The thing is, I'm not sure if that's going to include me, or if I'm going to be considered for one of those positions, and even if I'm going to be considered for one of those positions, if that's something that I really want for myself. So yeah, like there's a lot of things around my full-time job that I really feel like needs to change, because I'm not really satisfied and happy with it. I hope that 2018 is going to be a year for me to where my career is going to go in a different direction. Something else that's also important for me is really making sure that my YouTube and my blog and like my just kind of social media presence, if you may, I really want to make sure I'm going to take some time for that, so I really need to plan. But I really want to kind of grow this little corner of mine, and of yours if you want, because we are all part of a team, aren't we? I really want to kind of invest some time into, and my phone just rang. I really want to invest some time on this little corner, because I feel like that makes me happy. I feel like that's a way of me being creative. It's just like an outlet for me to just say what I think and document what I've been doing and what I've been thinking and how my life has been. So yeah, that's like another major thing for me at the moment. Last but not least, it's crucial for me to really make sure I take some time to work on my relationships. This means both like love relationships with my boyfriend, my family, old friends, new friends. Just because people are family doesn't mean that those relationships don't need to be nourished and don't need to invest in them. No relationship, I think, is for granted. So I feel like you really need to always work in whatever relationship you are in and whatever the nature of that relationship is. I feel like it's really important for me to make sure that this year I take some time to invest on my relationships. These ones are really the goals that I have for this year. As I said earlier, once the year goes by, and as the year goes by, I'll probably like review them a little bit, so that some things might change a little bit. Yeah, so I just hope that this is like a good starting point for me. I'll probably try to focus more in some of them in like some months, and then more on others in other months, because I feel like it's really unrealistic to also think that you can tackle everything at the same time. So I will probably try to choose a few things that I feel like I can do simultaneously and work simultaneously and really give my all. And as the year goes by, I try to like shift my focus into other things. So basically just go step by step and not try to do everything at once, because I feel like if you try to do everything at once, you actually don't get anything done, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like these are basically my goals for this year. I hope you stick around to see if I actually accomplish any of them. I really do hope so, and I just hope I can really focus and get my things together and really make this channel grow, so we can make this relationship work a bit better. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. I hope to see you again soon. So until then, see you guys. Love you.